can give yourself is the time to nurture the unique spirit that is you. Your life, just like mine, is unfolding according to your own truth. No one has been through what you've been through, not in the way that you've experienced it, and yet all pain is the same. Our sadness and sorrows, joys and triumphs bind us in this common thread of humanity. The sooner we realize the connection, the more elevated life becomes. What you will learn from these spiritual teachers is that with every decision, you are claiming the essence of the phenomenon that is your life. The great American mythologist, author, and philosopher Joseph Campbell once said, "The privilege of a lifetime is being who you are." I believe your true purpose here on earth is to align yourself with the great spiritual force, your divine inner compass, already at work in your life. I hope that the wisdom of Sundays will illuminate your path to becoming all that you were meant to be. Embrace and enjoy the journey. Chapter 1: Awakening. Spirituality for me is recognizing that I am connected to the energy of all creation, that I'm a part of it, and it is always a part of me. Years ago, I invited renowned spiritual teacher Carolyn Myss to be a guest on the Oprah Winfrey Show. I'd just been introduced to Carolyn's groundbreaking work on healing and intuition, and I was so excited about what I'd learned that I couldn't wait to share it with the audience. I hoped they might experience the same spiritual awakening. Unfortunately, that is not what happened. For the first few minutes, Carolyn and I were totally engrossed in our conversation about spirituality and nurturing the soul, but eventually we reached a point where I noticed that the people in the audience were looking at us like we were speaking a foreign language. I stopped the taping and asked if they understood what Carolyn and I were talking about. One woman bravely stood up and said, "No, Oprah, we really don't. What do you mean by spirit? Are you talking about Jesus?" "No," I said. "We're talking about you." The woman went on to say that she thought the word spirit meant something outside of herself, similar to how she viewed religion. This was an epiphany for me. I realized concepts like spirituality and the soul were unfamiliar ones for many people at that time. We have come a long way since then, but I'm forever grateful to that woman for speaking up. It is a wonderful reminder that every single person is at a different stage of their own spiritual evolution, and no path is the same. We eventually resumed taping, and I asked Carolyn to explain her definition of the word spirit. And now, years later, in most Super Soul Sunday conversations, I ask that same question. What does spirituality mean to you? The message running through the lesson in this chapter is that each one of us has been blessed with an individual spiritual essence. As you begin to establish a deeper connection to that innate presence within you, certain passages from the wisdom of Sundays might feel like a direct spark to your heart, a big lightning bolt, or a little shiver that shouts, "Yes." I know this because I experienced it too. When something clicks so profoundly, it feels like a light bulb illuminating the truth. As these great spiritual teachers taught me, this is your awakening. It's resonating because it's spirit, recognizing spirit. That is the ultimate aha moment. I've selected my conversation with the best-selling author of The Untethered Soul, Michael Singer, for this chapter of the audiobook. In my conversation with Michael, we discuss the profound experience of a spiritual awakening. And as you will hear,